Soil is the lifeblood of agriculture and is fundamental to our survival. Healthy soils produce healthy crops that in turn nourish people and animals. Soils supply the essential nutrients, water, oxygen, and root support that our food-producing plants need to grow and flourish. The nutrients in soil could be lost because of natural causes like excessive rainfall, washing the nutrients deep down into subsoil beyond the reach of plant roots, or the loss of topsoil through agents of erosion like wind and water. Soil nutrients are also lost because of human activities like continuous agricultural activity in the same area, use of chemical fertilizers, which affect the acidity of soil, and burning of vegetation, which destroys organic matter and soil structure. If you are working with unhealthy soil, which could affect the quality or quantity of your produce, then there are certain organic measures which you can adopt to ensure that you add nutrients to the soil without harming it in the long run. Vermicomposting essentially means the process of culturing and application of earthworms for decomposition of biodegradable wastes in combination with cow dung slurry. Apart from decomposing, the earthworms are also responsible for enhancing growth of beneficial microorganisms. Construct a tank from locally available materials. A mixture of cow dung and clay can be used as the lining of the tank. Collect plant wastes and then dry and chop them. Mix the dried plant waste with livestock waste in a ratio of 8:1. This mixture is left to decompose. Once decomposed, the earthworms are added to the mixture and the tank is covered with gunny bags or banana and bamboo leaves. The compost will be ready after 45 to 50 days, depending on climatic conditions. The NADEP method of making compost is unique because of the large quantities of compost the process can deliver with a minimum of human effort within a specific period of time. The process basically involves placing select layers of different types of compostable materials in a simple, sealed structure. The structure is provided with enough spaces maintained between the bricks for necessary aeration, and the recommended size of the tank is 6 feet by 4 feet. Materials required for composting are as follows: 1,500 kilos of agricultural wastes or dried plant residues, 100 kilos of cow dung or slurry until harvesting, 1,700 kilos of fine dry soil mass, 1,500 liters of water until harvesting. The compostable materials are arranged in the following order. Layer 1, 4 to 6 inches thick layer of fine sticks, stems, followed by 4 to 6 inches of dry and green biomass. Layer 2, 4 kilos of cow dung is mixed with 100 liters of water and sprinkled thoroughly on the agricultural waste to facilitate microbial activity. Layer 3, 60 kilos of fine dry soil is spread uniformly over the soaked biomass for moisture retention and acts as a buffer during biodegradation. In this way, approximately 10 to 12 layers are filled in each tank. After filling the tank, the biomass is covered with 3 inches thick layer of soil and sealed with a plaster of cow dung and mud. The compost is moistened at regular intervals and the compost may be harvested after 200 days. The compost is run through a sieve and then stored in a moisture-free environment. Organic growth promoters stimulate growth in plants and increase their resistance to diseases. They promote and enhance the fertility of the soil. They also promote the growth and fruiting of the plant. They prevent fruit and flower drop and increase the shelf life of the fruit. This growth promoter can also be easily made at home. Mix 1 kilo of jaggery in 1 liter of water. Add 4 kilos of kitchen organic waste to the jaggery solution. Add the mixture to 9 liters of water and cover the bucket. This mixture must be stirred twice for the next 15 days and covered immediately after stirring. After 40 days, a foamy substance will form on the top of the mixture. Sieve the mixture and store the filtrate properly. To use the growth promoter, add 1 part to 500 parts of water and spray on plants every 15 days. A broad-spectrum biopesticide is a compound used to rid plants of pests. Biopesticides are made of living things, come from living things or they are found in nature, and thus they tend to pose fewer risks than chemical pesticides. To prepare a biopesticide at home, chop the following plant material: stinging nettle 5 kilos, eupatorium 5 kilos, lantana camara 5 kilos, tobacco 1 kilo, chrysanthemum 5 kilos, neem leaves 5 kilos, chili 5 kilos, garlic 1 kilo, xanthoxylum 3 kilos, spring onions 1 kilo. Add 10 liters of cow urine and 90 liters of water to the chopped plants and seal the mixture in a container or drum. This mixture must be stirred and sealed every day for 15 days, after which it is ready for use. Dilute 25 ml of the concentrate with 1 liter of water and spray on the plants. Bio-inoculants are living organisms that promote plant health. One such bio-inoculant is Trichoderma. If added to farmyard manure, it greatly enhances the nurturing properties of the manure. Simply mix 1 kilo of Trichoderma with 100 kilos of farmyard manure and cover the mixture for 7 days. During this period, water intermittently and turn the mixture. Green manuring is the process of adding green plants to the soil by plowing them into the soil. It improves soil structure, increases water holding capacity, and decreases soil loss by erosion. There are 3 types of plants required for green manuring: legume crops like beans, fiber-rich crops like corn and sorghum, and plants with cooling properties like coriander and fenugreek, mixed in the ratio 6:3:1. Hot composting produces compost in a much shorter time. It has the benefits of killing weed seeds and diseases and breaking down the material into very fine compost. You will require 2 types of materials for hot composting. Materials that are high in carbon are typically dry, brown materials such as sawdust, cardboard, dried leaves, straw, branches, and other woody or fibrous materials that rot down very slowly. Materials that are high in nitrogen are typically moist, green materials such as lawn or grass clippings, fruit and vegetable scraps, animal manure, and green leafy materials that rot down very quickly. The brown materials must be chopped into smaller bits so that they break down faster. The ideal ratio of carbon and nitrogen is 2:1. This process takes a total of 18 days, and there are several interventions that must be carried out on some specific days. Day 1. Mix the green and brown materials in alternating layers and water. Cover the mixture with a polythene sheet. Day 5. Turn the compost heap over. Materials that were inside must be on the outside and vice versa. Day 7 and Day 9. The compost should reach its maximum temperature on these days, that is between 55 to 65 degrees Celsius. If the compost heap gets too hot and smelly and goes down in size, it has too much nitrogen. To slow it down, throw in a handful of sawdust per pitchfork when turning. Turn the compost heap over every second day. Day 11 to 17. Continue to turn the compost heap every second day. Day 18. A warm dark brown compost remains and it can be used once cool. The activities listed are some of the measures that you can take to improve the health of your soil. With these measures, you don't resort to chemicals, ensuring that your soil has a longer lifespan and is nutrient-rich at the same time.